Have you ever taken a full course of treatment for an infection only for the illness to persist? That could be a sign of antimicrobial resistance, a condition where germs no longer respond to the medicines designed to kill them, forcing patients to rely on stronger and often more expensive drugs. Scientists warn that while this may not be everyone's experience yet, misuse and overuse of medicines are driving a crisis that now demands urgent personal responsibility.
Many of the drugs that we are using are failing. Drugs like amoxil, Peniv, drugs for some of the drugs for malaria like the chloroquine, some of the drugs we are using like Cipro. Many of these drugs are failing for particular infections or diseases. Now we are getting into the post-antibiotic era where no drug works. And this is not just for flu and what, but even for things like malaria. Right now, we have only two drugs, Coartem and quinine. If you go beyond those two, we can only say God help you.
And if you're wondering whether Uganda is affected, the answer is a worrying yes. In 2019 alone, 37,800 Ugandans died due to antimicrobial resistance, more than the deaths recorded from TB and HIV combined that year. The problem cuts across sectors. At today's conference to mark Antimicrobial Resistance Awareness Week, researchers reported finding traces of antiretroviral drugs in livestock and poultry, a sign of widespread drug misuse across the food chain.
But because normally they will find very small quantities, you can't even know where are these quantities coming from. It could be from the sharing of drugs with animals, or it could be environmental exposure. Like the animals are certainly feeding from the environment, and if there are ARVs in the environment, you could still test animal samples and find those drugs. So what we need is more studies and like more knowledge and understanding of the area to try and understand those misuse issues.
Supported by the Fleming Fund, also show that antimicrobial resistance is costing farmers heavily, reducing productivity and threatening livelihoods. Globally, scientists warn the world is rapidly running out of effective options to treat common infectious diseases, a scenario that could push healthcare systems into crisis.
5 years back, we had about less than 10 laboratories in the country that we are consistently doing this. But that is for human health. But in the recent, of now, we have about 24 laboratories in healthcare facilities, in private, in government and PNFP healthcare facilities that can now conduct this microbiology and give results to inform treatment of infectious diseases so that antimicrobials are used appropriately.
People who have drug-resistant infections or infections because of those germs that do not get treated stay longer in hospital because, if you have a drug and I just give you and in the next 3 days you're jumping, you don't need to be admitted, but they stay longer in hospital. Number two, and very disappointing, is it is very expensive.
We are engaging private sector players, hospitals, manufacturers, like Quality Chemicals, those who manufacture drugs, to play a role in financing and supporting government of Uganda efforts.
The message is clear. Every individual has a role in slowing resistance. Use medicines only when prescribed, complete the full dose, and avoid self-medication. Simple steps that could prevent a global health catastrophe. Walter Mwesigye, NTV.